Hey, this is Captain Chris Myers of Central Florida Sight Fishing Charters. Thanks for tuning into my video. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're going to be in the Orlando or Central Florida area, come and see me and we'll go on a fishing charter. I'm going to show you today some weedless topwater lures. So here in Florida, not only do we have a lot of lily pads and grass, if you're freshwater bass fishing out on the saltwater flats, we have a lot of floating grass. And if you're using a traditional topwater plug like this one here with treble hooks hanging down, it doesn't take long for these hooks to catch a lot of grass. In addition, it's very dangerous if you get one set of hooks in your hand and the other set in the fish when you're trying to release it. It does a lot of damage to the fish. I much prefer single hook plugs. So for a long time there wasn't any weedless topwater plug that you could walk the dog with. And now from DOA Lures we have the PT-7 lure. So this lure is completely weedless. It looks like a little torpedo. So it's kind of like your zero spook kind of lure. It's great for walking the dog. We're going to show you the action that it has. What I like about it the best is absolutely 100% weedless. So I can throw this around lily pads, I can throw this up in the grass, out on the flats. I don't get floating grass stuck all over this thing. So it's great, it floats, walks the dog. Awesome, awesome topwater lure, the PT-7 from DOA Lures. Before they came out with the PT-7, I had another solution to my grass problem. It's not so great for the lily pads, but for fishing the saltwater flats, or if you have grass that you're pulling the lure through, I was using this shallow running DOA Baitbuster. Has the hook on top. Because that hook is on top, if you reel it on the surface, it rides right over grass and I'm not catching the grass on the hooks. So these are my two #1 options for weedless topwater fishing. If you like to get that topwater bite, no better time here in Florida than do it in the summertime. And these are things that I'm using all summer long. So I'm going to show you what these lures look like on the surface, and if you're having a problem with grass on your topwater lures, or if you want to be a little safer when you're releasing fish and do a little less damage to the fish, try these single hook topwaters. So for my DOA PT-7 lure, I'm walking the dog just like you would do with any other walk the dog topwater lure. So I'm going to get a little rhythm with the tip of my rod, and I'm going to twitch the tip of my rod, pull it tight, give it slack, pull it tight, give it slack. Do it slow, you do it real fast. The idea is to get this lure to zigzag back and forth on the surface. I also use a Canoeman loop knot on here. If you're not familiar with that knot, check out my knot video playlist. It helps give it a little more play, I think. So I'm using a twitching motion with the loop knot, get it zigzag back and forth. For my DOA Shallow Running Baitbuster, when I'm using this as a surface lure, and make sure you look for the shallow runner. All three of these baitbusters will sink, but the other two sink a lot faster and it's a lot harder to keep them on top. So what we're going to try to do is reel just fast enough to keep this lure on the surface. I like to keep my rod tip high, and I just turn the handle, bringing it in a nice, slow, easy, steady pace. I don't zigzag it. I don't try to twitch it side to side. I want to make it the easiest bait fish out there to get. If you're bass fishing, they make these in all kind of colors. I use a gold one. It looks like a golden wild shiner. I use this green for my video because it would show up good. Lots of different colors. Any kind of bait fish color, or this color that you would find in those hard lures, you can find in your Baitbuster. Keep it on top. Keep it simple. Rod tip up high. Just turn the handle. When you see the big explosion, I'm going to turn the handle 2 or 3 more times, make sure it's on there, then I'm going to set the hook. you're looking for some new weedless topwater lures that you can try these DOA PT-7 and the Shallow Running Baitbuster. See how they work for you. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video.